Hi, it's Kay of Kay's Creative Home. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to make some holiday covers for these two pillows. Let's get started. Well, welcome back everyone. Today I have these two pillows that I use in my living room that I'm going to cover for the Christmas holidays. And I'm going to be using this table runner, which I picked up in the after Christmas sales, and it was $7. It is 72 inches long by 16 inches wide, and my pillows are 16 by 16. Now I'm going to be using this table runner, and I have these dot fasteners from Dollar Tree and hot glue and scissors to cut my fabric, and that's what I'm going to be using to make these pillow covers. Now the reason I love using table runners to make pillow covers is because if you get one with a lining, you already have your front and back of your pillow, and it is already have a finished seam on 3 sides. You can see the bottom and the 2 sides. So where I cut it is going to be the only place I have to make a seam. That's great. Less work for me. Now, it's been a while since I moved, but I still don't have everything in order, and my sewing machine is not set up. So like I said, I'm going to be using these dot fasteners and hot glue to secure the pillow, cover, excuse me. So what I'm doing here is just measuring out 18 inches. My pillow is 16, so I'm measuring out 18, so I have a little extra room. I'm glad I did this. If I had it to do it again, I would measure out 3 inches extra. So it would have been 19, because it ended up being a little tight, but it worked out. So I'm just marking off across here where the 18-inch line is and giving myself some points of reference so I know where to cut. So the next thing I want to do, of course, is just to cut along where I have the little dots marked, and I'm only cutting one side of this table runner, and then I'm going to use that as like a template or a pattern, and then I'm going to cut the other side because I want to make 2 pillow covers. And while I'm doing that, let me share that if you're new to my channel, here we do DIY projects, home decor, and home organization. So if you'd like to see some of the things I'm doing for the holidays, I'm doing a whole lot of DIYs. You can check out my playlist in the description box below. I still have a few more things to do, and then we'll be doing the home tour in approximately a week from now. So now that I have that cut, I have this big piece in the middle, which I'm also going to use to make a pillow cover for my bed. And I will show you that when we do the home tour. So let's put 2 of them aside and start with the first one. Like I said, I have 3 finished sides already. So I just have to take this one side and fold it down a seam allowance of I think I did 1 1/4 inch. And I'm sorry I missed taping that when I actually folded it down, but you can see I just folded it wrong sides together. So I'm actually making this seam, and I'm using clothespins to hold it down. Don't know where my sewing pins are. Like I said, sewing stuff still isn't set up, so it's all together somewhere. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is just right along that seam, put a little bit of hot glue, just a thin line. The back fabric on this pillow cover is just a lining fabric. It's very thin, very silky. And when I put that glue on there, it is going to go through the fabric a little. So I'm going to use a very thin line of glue just to make sure I, don't saturate the fabric. And I don't want it to be visible on the outside when I'm through. And I'm also going to keep lifting this off of that plastic I have underneath so it doesn't get glued down to the plastic. So all I'm going to do right now is go along this entire pillowcase here where I have that seam folded down, and just put down a line of hot glue. Now, if you enjoy these types of DIY videos, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. And if you're not a family member, please consider subscribing, ringing the bell so you'll be notified as new videos are released. As I shared earlier, I still have a few more Christmas DIYs to do, and then I'll be bringing you a home tour. So now that I have that seam glued down all the way around, the next step is to take my fasteners and to attach them to the opening. So I'm using a little dot of glue in each spot to secure it, make it extra secure, I should say. And I'm just going down the lining side and putting one side of the fastener down. And then what I'll do is come back and actually attach the second part of the fastener to the first part. And that was to make sure I got them lined up perfectly. I didn't want, them to be off center. So I'm just going to put this little match on each one, and these things are very sticky. So I had a little issue even getting them detached from my fingers. So once I get each one matched to its partner, then I'm going to go back again, add a little dot of hot glue because that's the sticky side facing up. And then when I fold it down and press it together, I know they're perfectly lined up because they were already fastened together. So I'm just going to press on those for a minute, and then we're going to insert our pillow. Now I want to apologize because I went a little out of frame, but what I'm doing is just folding down that pillow cover so that those, first the fasteners won't get stuck on my pillow while I'm trying to insert it. And also it makes it easier to get the pillow inside because you can see now the bottom of the pillow is right there at the bottom of the cover. So I'm just pushing it down as much as possible, and then I'm grabbing the sides of my pillow cover and I'm starting to pull it up the pillow. And if you can kind of keep the pillows squeezed together like I just did there, it makes it easier to pull that cover all the way up. So I'm just pulling and pushing until I get this pillow comfortably inserted into the cover. So I've got my pillow stuffed inside, and I actually put those clothespins back where each fastener is, just to hold it together for a while until make sure the glue is completely dried. And you can see I have a few gaps when I twist it there, so I actually went back and put a few more fasteners where I had those gaps. So like I said, I'm going to leave those clips on there until I'm pretty sure everything is dried and that everything is holding in place. And then I'm going to put my pillow on display. All right now, I thank you for spending this time with me, and I'll be talking with you again real soon.